Alright, here we go. We are ready to try and take on Skeletron. So I have a few regular healing potions, but I've set up a little arena here. You can see the different lighting options that I have. The campfires are going to help with natural health regen during the fight. And it should go pretty smoothly. Especially since I'm over-geared as far as armor goes, and I've got this mini shark. I harvested 1 meter to make a ton of meteor shot. Should be ready to go. Alright, let's talk to the old man. Okay, can't get in until it's actually nighttime. We're gonna have to wait a moment. You can see it's getting dark and we are just about ready here. Yeah, found a cloud in a bottle too for that extra jumping. Oh my gosh, maneuverability is so much nicer now. And of course, it's a blood moon. So lots of random zombies and stuff. I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. If this doesn't work, I can always try again later. We got one arm down. Alright, there we go. Should have put a solid roof on this that let this meteor shot bounce back down. And there we go. Skeletron is down. What do we get here? Keen Book of Skulls. That's cute. Alright, let's head into the dungeon. And just see what random stuff we can find down here. Need to find some keys. And there's the bound mechanic. Very good. I'm going to grab some wire cutters just so I can see trap stuff. I'm not really going to worry about any of the rest of this for right now. We're going to let her run off and do her own thing. There's some of these spikes in places where I can't see that well. Ah! Missed one. Hey, and the Goblin Tinkerer. I'm gonna buy a Tinkerer's Workshop, hugely important. Grab a tool belt as an accessory for later. Grab one of these guys for another time. Oh my goodness. I bet. Getting rid of the ruler. Because, oh my goodness, that was obnoxious. What else do you have here? And definitely buying rocket boots for later. I have no idea who that angry man was supposed to be. I'm cursed. Phew. A little more brutal than I remember. Look, we got a golden key there. Throw that up here for now, just so we can get a count. Okay, that's way too many skelly mages. Monkey yo-yo, throwing knife and torches. Let's throw this in here over random bombs. Alright, an alchemy station, nice. Don't need bones, don't need that. Don't need dirt, stars, ebonstone blocks. I honestly don't remember. Don't need hellbat stuff. Don't need purple ice blocks. Alright, now we can start to get some stuff in. Another key, that's good. Handgun, Jester's arrow, flaming arrow. Nope, all garbage. Dart traps. Alright, so we got a corruption chest in our dungeon. That is awesome for when we go into hard mode. We'll have to set up a little corrupted area farm and start trying to get our key drop. Because inside of that thing is one of the best weapons in the game that'll carry us through a ton of the mid-game. One of my favorites. Little gold fountain, I'll take it. And that's as good a way to get home as any. So, mission accomplished, got everything taken care of in the dungeon that I wanted to. Next is going to be heading down to take on the Wall of Flesh. I'm going to pause the video here, clean up my inventory, get things ready for that. Alright, back to it. On to the elevator. So this is something I did off screen. Enjoy. So as you can see, a elevator is a big tunnel that leads straight down the world. And a neat little trick, if you can put a little pool of water at the bottom, you will land safely even if you don't have safe fall enabled or slow fall enabled with anything. Alright, now that I've got some rocket boots going on. Okay, so this guy right here, this little demon, what do they call it? Voodoo demon. He's got a voodoo doll of the guide. That's the first starting NPC that you get. Alright, so here's the end of my little platform. This is as far as I can go. Oh my goodness, do I have enough voodoo dolls already? The way that you summon the Wall of Flesh is you drop one of those voodoo dolls into the lava. It kills your guide. A new one will spawn in a day or two. And then you get the Wall of Flesh will show up, and it's going to chase you all the way across the map. If you have other people playing, like you're in a multiplayer world, the Wall of Flesh extends the entire screen, all the way up and down the whole world. And it's going to start on whichever side of the map you throw the doll in, and it's going to chase you the other way until either it kills you or you kill it. So if you take a look, I built this giant long platform. I got my mini shark ready to go with a bunch of meteor shot. Normally I like these things to be perfectly flat, but you know, you do what you can. And I'm going to kill this worm too, because they are nasty and cause problems before I start. If he can actually make it back up here. Oh, maybe not. Let's run off screen, maybe we can despawn him. Oh, following me. So there's a shadow chest. It's possible to save a key from the dungeon and open those up down here as well. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that guy. He doesn't do enough damage for me to be truly worried. But here is the end of my map. I've just healed, so I'm going to burn up these 50-something seconds. Oh my goodness, get over here. Oh, rocket boots. How do I love thee. Trying to regenerate a little bit of health. The only things that really get me are those voodoo demons when they show up, because they will hit you from off screen or quite a distance, at least at this level of zoom. Everything else, the slimes and the bone serpents, we want those on the screen. They'll minimize the number of spawns that we have here, and since neither of them can get to me, they are not worth worrying about. Alright, almost up to full health. Healing timer is off. Here we go. I'm gonna grab one of our guide dolls and chuck him over the edge of the world. Alright, the wall of flesh has shown up. Time to shoot this guy a lot. As you're going with this fight, the more damage you deal to him, the more speed he's going to gain, so he'll start to catch up on you. It looks like we've done about 1,500. Really, health isn't the problem on this fight for me, geared like I am. It's having enough distance to kill him before we get crushed against a solid object. Making some good progress now. Pop a quick little heal just because. Uh-oh. Keep it going. 200 health left. And there we go. If you take a look at the map, I still had all of that ramp, so I guess I overbuilt. That's alright. And now, let's go and collect our spoils. Alright, so we got a Menacing Ranger emblem that gives us increased range damage, and the large Pwn Hammer. Very cool. We can smash up demon altars. And what the defeat of the Wall of Flesh has just done is it's entered us into hard mode. So we're going to head back home and start to take a look at the spoils that we have here. So, at some point, I'm going to go back and I'm going to kill the wall a whole bunch more times since I'm able to do that, particularly once I get a little bit stronger gearing, because the 3 different emblems, the ones for mage, one for warriors, and one for... there might be a 4th for summoners now. I'll have to take a look at that. I can combine all of these together into a much better trinket using the Tinkerer station that we bought from the Goblin Tinkerer there. So yeah, that's the Wall of Flesh down. It's turning daytime. We are now officially in hard mode. And if I go and delve around a little bit and take a look at what's going on out in the world, you are going to be able to see some of the areas have changed into stuff called the Hallow, which is a much harder and tougher version of normal enemies show up there. I think it usually spawns on the opposite side of the corruption, so I'll have to head to the right to take a look at that. And I guess since it's turning daytime, we can go do that now. See if we can't find it. It's still technically night, but we've got our desert. And for those of you that were wondering about the rocket boots, they give us a little bit of very limited flight. And because I've combined them with some Hermes boots that give us speed, we are now faster and more maneuverable than we have yet been. Alright, there we go. You can see some of the ground has turned pink here. The trees are different. They're a little bit colorful. It'll look a little bit more dramatic during the daytime. And the enemies are all new. So Hallowed is not so much a biome in and of itself, but it will change other biomes. Like you can have Hallowed Snow, you can have Hallowed Desert, all that good stuff. Yeah, so it's creeping into the desert here. You can see the coloration differences a little bit. And now we can start to do some amazing stuff with the Hallowed, especially with some of the ice that we found earlier. At some point, I'm going to want to get some seeds that'll let us change ground types and create an artificial Hallow for the sake of harvesting materials. But that's something we're going to largely do in the next world. Hey, an iron skin potion, that would have been nice. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it for now. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a good time seeing a couple of the world bosses killed. And next time we are going to be in hard mode doing some crazy, crazy stuff. Take care. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.